going on, guys? Kelvin Dole back again with another video. It's great to be back. This wraps up another full week of doing a video a day. Listen, it's not easy, man. It's not easy. I'm dressed quite smartly because I was at church today, but I'm just grateful to God for even getting me this far. Some people started the year, they haven't even made it this far. So it's a blessing to be here and blessing to even be staying consistent on this journey. I know, it's only 2 weeks into a year with 52 weeks, but I'm still grateful for everything. So yeah, today's topic is on having difficult conversations. And I'm of the opinion now that it's an essential part to success. Most of the time, what we want is on the other side of a difficult conversation. And even if it's not what we want, it's the clarity we're seeking is on the other side of a difficult conversation. Imagine how many relationships currently exist, or even worse, don't exist, because there was a lack of clarity that was avoided, that could have been achieved, but was avoided because they didn't want to have the difficult conversations. Sometimes we don't want to have the conversation where we set certain boundaries and tell people, look, this is acceptable to us, this is not acceptable. Sometimes we don't want to have the conversations where we say, look, this is what I can do and this is what I can't do. So much people pleasing takes place. And once again, as I always, these videos go out to myself because I'm the number one people pleaser. Like, it's only in recent years that I've had to realize, like, look, you can stop yourself from getting what you want in the name of trying to help others. And that's where I sort of had to draw the line, because I'm focused on achieving my goals. And yeah, I want to be nice to people and have a good reputation, but I'm not going to do that or have that at the cost of becoming the person I need to become. Nothing is worth that price, because that's what God gave me life for, or at least that's just what I believe at this time. So having difficult conversations is essential. Some people are in jobs where they're working as hard as they possibly can. They're scared to have the conversation with their boss about a potential promotion, or a raise, or an increase in their salary, or just simply because of a fear of having difficult conversation. But if you were prepared to have that conversation, find a diplomatic way to have it and explain, look, this is the value I provided. These are the reasons why I feel like I'm actually in deserving of a better position or for a higher salary. This is what the history has shown. This is what I'm actually prepared to do in the coming months and in the future to support this new promotion that I'm looking to gain. Your chances of success is so much more. But like, a lot of the time, we don't get things because we don't even ask. Don't ask, don't get. In the Bible, Matthew 7:7, ask and it shall be given to you. Seek and you shall find, knock and it shall be open. Every single one of those things requires us to do something. So a lot of the times, the difficult conversation is just the very beginning. I've got a video that says the path reveals itself as you walk it. And sometimes walking the path is a simple conversation. It's a simple, hey, did you know that I actually don't like when you do this thing? I'd much rather we did it this way. Or it's, you know what? I think I'm actually deserving of this new opportunity that's just opened up, and here's the reasons why. And it's not always easy to put yourself out there, which is why it's difficult. But for some people, and they're typically more successful, it's ultra easy. Because they're so focused and locked in on what it is that they want. If they see an opportunity to achieve it, they know to go for it without blinking. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's essentially where we want to wire our minds to where we can do whatever it is, whatever it takes to get what we want without even thinking of the downsides. And I guess that's kind of what the discipline of doing these YouTube videos is teaching me. It's more just a just get it done mindset. Look, I'm getting one view. I think my yesterday's video was on no views, and I'm completely fine with that, because as I said from the very beginning, for me, it's about the consistency. I'm about to travel now. What's it gonna be like trying to get these videos done every day when you're in another country, 9 hours ahead of your current time zone? You're still, do you get what I'm saying? These are the difficult times that we talk and we pray and we wish for, so that we can actually find out who we are. So that should be interesting. But like, the difficult conversations. Imagine how many relationships exist right now in absolute misery and turmoil, simply because one or both parties are too afraid to have a difficult conversation and say, look, I'm not happy with this. And then what's so interesting is in the difficult conversations, a lot of the time, you know, both people may be feeling it and they're just waiting for the other person to say. Imagine how many people have had a conversation with their boss and said, look, I want to go for this promotion. And then their boss was like, I'm so happy you finally said it. I really wanted it to be you, but I didn't want to feel like you were being pushed by me. Could you imagine that? Or imagine if you're in a relationship and you say, look, I'm really not happy about this thing that you've been doing. I think we should it's making me super upset, and then they turn around and say, oh my gosh, are you serious? I was only doing this because I thought you liked it anyway. Do you see why difficult conversations are essential? Obviously those are rosy scenarios that I've just painted, because there's going to be times where you have the difficult conversation and your boss tells you to get the hell out of his office, or your partner simply says, well, this is how I am, let's break up then. Those are also realities, but isn't there closure in that as well? Because if your boss turns you away, that's only one person. You're in a whole industry most of the time. So there's other places that will value you and will give you what it is that you want. So now you have, the next step has revealed itself to you, essentially, which is like, okay, well, I'm not going to get the growth I'm looking for here. I have to go elsewhere. And then in a relationship scenario, maybe your partner, like once again, says, no, I'm not changing my ways for you. It's just how it is. You now know, okay, well, I'm not happy with this. I have to walk away. Do you see the clarity that can come? But it can only come after having the difficult conversation. If you keep your mouth shut and keep going with things, you just get the same thing. I think it's Einstein that says madness is repeating the same action over and over, expecting a different result. How can we keep doing the same thing, staying within the same boundaries, but expecting something different to come of it? So have the difficult conversations, man. In my life, as you know, I'm living actively, doing certain things. I had to have a difficult conversation myself today, which was about just with a client, about what it is I'm doing for them, setting boundaries in place. I feel like they're holding me accountable for something that I'm not necessarily built for. I think one of my friends calls it project scope, where you essentially start doing more or being judged for more than you're supposed to be doing. And it's like, no, I'm only doing this to help out. This is what I actually get paid for. Do you get what I mean? And setting those boundaries. And it's like, bro, if they were to say, well, Kelvin, look, fair enough, we don't want to work with you no more, fine. Because, I mean, yeah, it's a client and you don't want to lose the business, but at the same time, it only gets more and more. So now it's one thing, then it's like, okay, can you help out with this? Can you help out with this? And by the time you know it, you're doing 5 different roles for one retainer. And then is that really worth it? Are you going to get the outcomes you're looking for? No. So I'm on drawing lines because I'm so clear on what I want, on who I'm trying to be, on what I'm trying to build. I can't afford to be taken off that path for any reason. So I really do want to become of that mindset, like whatever I need to do to get my goal, whatever conversation I need to have, whatever action I need to take, whatever sacrifice I need to make, I'm going to do it because I need to get this goal. So listen, Sunday, another week wrapped up, guys. This is a huge achievement for me. I never done YouTube before. I never decided to be like, do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't even know if I'd get it this far. I seriously didn't know. So I'm just living on borrowed time right now. If you're working with me, thank you. We got so much growing to do. Like we're 2 weeks into the year. We're 2 weeks into the year. Let's at least imagine the first quarter of a video a day for the discipline's sake. More than even for, I don't like subscribers is great. I got like my first organic comment. If you're watching this, great. But like that's all great. But more than that, it's about the consistency. Because if I can do that, I can pretty much do anything in my business. And once you can do the difficult things in your business, you can essentially make as much money as you choose to make. Do you see? And I'm money hungry. I'm motivated. I'm obviously not going to sacrifice my character in pursuit of that. But I do want to do very well for myself. This past weekend, I've helped my mum do some refurbishments in her house. And seeing her happy has brought like a feeling of joy and fulfillment and accomplishment like nothing else. So that's everything to me, and that's what making money can open up for you. But see you in Tokyo. My next video will probably, do you know what, I may need to pre-record because I'm going to be on the flight tomorrow. So yeah, Nice one, guys. See you tomorrow.